only promote the truth.
Going up, shall we go up? Shout out. Shout out to the incredible PTT team. Y'all should be hearing me now. Y'all should be hearing me now. All right, I'm back in clear. Brother Bill said I'm back in clear. Everybody was panicking. I was just talking. People like, I was getting it too, boy. I was getting it. What's going on? Robert Stevens in the building. Robert Stevens is in the building with a fresh, strong super. Brother Daniel's in here doing Malakuta di Yahuwah Nanim. That is Kingdom of Yahuwah business. We are here. We're going in. Shout out to the PTT team with that fresh intro. Drop some heart emojis in the chat if you like that fresh PTT live intro. The team dropping more content. They're going to take the video production to a whole new level now. I told them, turn it up. So they turned it up. We're running a few minutes behind. And, but we back. We back. I was over here negotiating a couple of things in our non-disclosure agreement with our audio book voice gentleman. And so we had to get a couple of things hammered out to make sure, because we're like strict about our intellectual property with the true scriptures. So we've got that trademarked. We want to make sure that's protected. And so we had to get a couple of things in the agreement to where we was able to nail that down. We contracted this morning. Then once we contract, we move into the non-disclosure to protect our intellectual property, to make sure that it's owned all around the world. So we make sure we take care of business all around the world to protect Yahuwah's word in the right way. Because you know people like to do foul stuff. So we've got some of the best attorneys in the world to make sure we're protected around the world when it comes to our intellectual property of getting the truth out there. Why didn't anybody else do it? That's the question. Why didn't anybody else do it? Why didn't anybody else get the truth out there? I mean, I found Yahuwah in May 2007. I'm heading on 18 years of following and only calling on the name of Yahuwah. I got married to my beautiful wife, Lena, in Yahuwah. We had our son, who was born as a native born into Yahuwah. Is that the bomb or what? So that's one of our missions, is to get as many native borns. We got converted. See, I'm converted. But I wasn't native born into Yahuwah because my mom and dad, they didn't give that to me. Their parents didn't give that to them. One of the greatest gifts we could ever give to our child is to bring them into the world as a native born. Thank you, Brother Joe, for that awesome super. We brought our son into the world, Brother Joe, as a native born into Yahuwah. Anybody else been able to pull that off yet? Most people haven't. Rare. Y'all got to think about this. I'm telling you right now, there's hardly anybody in the world that's native born into Yahuwah. That's like a trip statement. When y'all look at my son, you go, that is a native born Yahuwah. Can y'all imagine that? Anybody else got any fresh born kids that you found your kids came born into this world with you and your spouse both calling on the name of Yahuwah, following Yahuwah, guarding the commandments, and then you gave birth to a child into Yahuwah? Amber said to be determined. Hey. Amber's single. Amber House, Sister Amber House is single, and she's still of age. Look at this. Look at the chat. Think about it. Most of y'all are just coming into Yahuwah, already had kids, and now you've had to convert them into Yahuwah. But it's rare. Kai Nolan, our son, is one of the few on planet Earth born into Yahuwah, guarding the name of Yahuwah. Is that amazing when you think about it? Sometimes I stop and it just wows me. It blows me away. Blows me away. Woo. Sister Eileen, what do you think about that? Is that a trip or what? When I asked the question, the chat is still live. Hold on, Brother Brandon, tell him. Had you been calling on y'all, how old is the little man? And had you been there, hold on, I want to make sure we're clear on this. You weren't calling on Yahuwah and then doing some other different stuff. I'm talking about you called on Yahuwah, you guard his commandments, it's on and popping from the beginning. I just want to do a double check, because boy, that little boy, you can tell he's special too. Confirm that, Brandon, before Yahuwah. Is that boy born with you and Hannah all full out with Yahuwah? Is this a trip? We got one that's put his hand up. We're gonna see if it's nailed down. And I done met that little boy, and there's something special about both of them boys, by the way. But to be native born is a trip. All of us wish that would have been us. Isn't that amazing? All of us wish we would have been native born into Yahuwah. Never had to hear anything about Jesus. None of that crap. No Christmas. No Halloween. None of that. Can y'all imagine? Y'all, hey, whoever's watching the replay, you drop it in the chat if you got a native born child into Yahuwah. You and your spouse, same page. And if y'all see what I see in the chat, it's a trip. People just sending shout outs. But man, people putting up going, hey, I got a native born into Yahuwah. Ain't that a trip? Sister Heather said, I'm looking forward to being able to do that. See, now look what Brother Brandon said. We knew the name, but we were still not following the festivals. So not native, has never knew the name Jesus, has never done. All right, that's good. He's never knew any other name. That's the key. Did that boy only know the name Yahuwah and did not participate in any Jesus, any Christ, any of that stuff? Brother Joe said, my three youngest kids were not born into Yahuwah. They only and twins when we found Yahuwah, so Yahuwah is all they know. Hold on, I'm not clear on what you said, Brother Joe. Look at your writing. Get that clear. Hey, Brother Brandon, I said a shout out. He said, now the next one, that means he got one coming. Him and Sister Hannah working on it. They're working on some things. But but look at this opportunity. The reason I'm taking a little time on this is because we got an opportunity to do something massive. See, we got to understand how special we are. That we get to get it right and make it right. And for those of you that are elder, like, oh, look, I'm past where I'm going to have kids. Now you got to come in here and you got to stand and you got to build yourself into an eldership position to where you are a reinforcement for these folks that are going to have children. Me and Lena even thinking about having one more. Y'all think we should? We think about it. Lena, we started talking about it the other day. We went through so many attacks. We were ready to have one, about 4 or 5 years ago, and then all of a sudden we went through so many attacks. And then the last month or so, we started chatting about it again. What y'all think? Y'all think me and Lena ought to bring another native born in here? What y'all think? Give me some feedback in the chat if y'all like to see another Nolan. Me and Sister Lena bring. See, I don't know. What y'all think? We've been talking about it last couple of weeks. Amber's been kind of getting a little. Whoo. You know what I'm saying? All right. Brother Joe, it's a trip, ain't it? To have that native born. Native born. Heather said, do it. Sue said, yes, do it. Hey, Hannah said, get out and make another native baby. Is there anybody in here, you ready, you want to have a native born baby? And you get ready to work on it. But you know you got to have this partner straight. You can't go commit adultery and you be calling on Yahuwah and your spouse don't call on Yahuwah. You just jacked yourself up and you going into the lake of fire trying to play games to get a native born. That child will not be native born. It will be under paganism. Christine said twins. That's a trip. Wouldn't that be a trip? Isn't this amazing? Isn't it? Ashley, look at these opportunities. Ashley, you know how to fix that to get you a native born. She said, if baby number 3. Hey, can't be no if. What do you think, Nafis? Can we do it one more again? Brother Nafis, can we do it one more again? Benjamin said, crank up the grill, Yamani. Yamani, you heard Brother Benjamin. He said, one more again. Come on, Brother Ben, we can do it. Hey, would that be awesome if we had Brother Benjamin, me, for those of y'all that met Brother Benjamin and Sakut, you know, and Yamani, you gonna do it? Look. Russia's, she's prophesying baby girl. Oh, we already got the name because we thought Kyle was gonna be a girl at first. Ashley's in the feet is ready. How many aunties and uncles out there? Gonna be great aunties and uncles to these new native born Yahuahs coming into the world. How many of y'all gonna be awesome aunties and uncles? Look at all the great babysitters. You should have seen it working at Sakut. See, we had some young ones there at Sakut, and people just met each other. Just met each other. And they was watching after them kids as if they were the aunties, uncles, or the grandparents. They was on it. Them kids was safe, secure. Come on, Brother Robert. Don't you limit Yahuwah. See, Brother Robert, we done talked about that before. Robert Aronson. We done talked about that limiting talk before. See, whatever we speak, Yahuwah's the heir. You better take that back, Brother Robert. Don't you ever limit Yahuwah. I don't care where you living. I don't care how old you are either. Some of y'all going, I'm past it. You ain't past it like Sarah. Look at that. Sherry said, I'll be done. I don't know, Sherry. You might have another native born out here for us. Sister Sherry. Come on. See, Sherry, Shara. That's pretty close, Sherry. You might come on there and knock it out. That's it. I'm telling y'all. So we're going to do some great things. Now, y'all see this title? Remind me, Brother Bill and family, have I covered Zephaniah? Have I covered Zephaniah? I translated a while back. Zephaniyahu. Have I covered Zephaniyahu chapter 1 on any lives before? Can y'all remember? Because I've been just pounding and it came in my spirit to cover. But I want to make sure we give it some fresh stuff out here today. Everybody hit the like button. Hey, they say hit the like button. If you haven't hit the like button, you got to hit the like button. Woo. What you hollering about over there, Rush? Rush is over there and says she's hollering and laughing. I see it. Yeah, Brother Daniel, there's going to be some sandals knocking. All right, Brother Bilson, you don't think I have? I didn't think so. Zephaniah. Who knows what sign name Zephaniah? Who knows what Zephaniyahu means? What does that name mean, Zephaniyahu? What is the witness of that prophet? Huh? What is the witness of that name, Zephaniyahu? How many of y'all want me to put his name in Hebrew in the chat? Anybody want me to put it in the chat? So y'all know how to spell Zephaniah's name? For real, for real? Y'all want me to put it in the chat so y'all can learn a little Hebrew today? You start picking this stuff up too as we go. You'll start knocking it out. Let me go grab it. Just in case y'all want me to put it in the chat. Yeah. Let me go grab it for you. Let me go put it in the chat. That way you got it. Let me see if I'm going to put this in the chat if y'all want. I'm going to go back and check the chat. See if y'all want me to put it in the chat. All right, y'all want me to put it in the chat. Ooh. Sherry's on it. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Ooh. Sherry's on it. Isn't this amazing? How apropos is that, Sherry? It's in the chat. I done put it in the chat. You got the real spelled out English version. You got the Hebrew, and then you got the sign name, pagan name, Zephaniah. Did Sherry beat y'all to it? I'm going back up through the chat. Zephaniyahu. The secret is Yahuwah. How apropos is that today? That Yahuwah's name has been hidden. But he gonna show you the secrets. Wafula, Philip, coming in from Uganda in the name of Yahuwah Mashiach. Welcome. The secret. Yahuwah is the secret. Zaphani in Hebrew means secret. Yahu. Zaphani in Hebrew means secret. The secret is Yahuwah. He reveals all the secrets of the entire universe to those that are in him. When you come into Yahuwah, he reveals the secrets to you. He's always been, but we want to know all of his secrets, don't we? That's why it's important when we read in Mahashim, Acts 10:43. I'm going to read it right now before we go into this chapter. That's right, Sister Sherry. Time is always perfect in what we're doing today. Everybody want to get caught up, I should say. Many parts of this world get caught up in the paganism and following these pagan holidays like they're doing in the USA today. They all Thanksgiving up. Many of us used to do the same thing, and we came out. So we empathize with you that's been fooled. But you got to come out. You got to learn these secrets. You're not going to get eternal life in the dark. So when we go to Mahashim chapter 10, and we go to verse 43, it says, To him, all the prophets bear witness that through his name, Yahuwah Mashiach, everyone who believes in him will receive forgiveness of sins. Now, we are the only translation in the world that puts Yahuwah Mashiach there. With this fresh mango juice. I mean, it was just squeezed from real mangoes today and blended up. Whoop. You spelling it wrong, James. You gotta get it right. No O's in Hebrew, ever. No O's in Hebrew. I just put it on the screen for y'all. Y'all can't get it wrong. If you get it wrong, I just gave y'all the cheat sheet, the cliff notes. And if y'all don't get that right, hold on, I'm gonna put it up on the screen for the people watching the replay. My bad. I'm gonna make sure y'all get in on it. All right, so I'm putting it on the screen. Watching the replay, look on the screen right now. Left-hand corner, bottom left-hand corner. There it is in the way it's supposed to be spelled. It's a Zod there, T-S. Apaniyahu. Zephaniyahu. Sign name Zephaniah. There it is for you right there, Brother James. I want to make sure my brother, you gave me the clue that I had to make sure everybody else is tight. Love you with all I got. Hold on one second. Oh, no. I take that back. I just found out something. That's funny. Didn't work. Hey, isn't that a trip, Brother Daniel? Somebody popped their head up and got true sniper. Trying to be slick. Brother James on the out now. I'm putting it on Front Street. He's out. Disrespected. An overseer. Can't do that in the name of Yahuwah. Can't do it. Out. You want to be in the promote the truth community? We deal with respect. We deal with honor. We don't deal with nobody trying to run no games. You're going to be in here. Everybody listen. You're going to come into this community. You're going to see millions of views having these videos. You're going to see thousands and thousands of people come through these streams. You're going to see a beautiful community in here with love. You're going to see people with a giving heart. Do not go around begging people for money in the Promote the Truth community. We don't do that here. If it's known that you need some help, it'll be evident and probably somebody will reach out to help you. If you try to work people here, we find out about it. Hey, you can watch all the videos you want. You just can't be in here in the chat. You can't be in our social media. You are out. And I'm telling you, I don't have no sympathy or empathy for nonsense. And if you're dishonorable and you disrespect anybody in our community, you go talking trash, you out. It's all right. Do what you want. How many of y'all appreciate that? We quick. Man, we quick. Them true snipers, I was cracking up. I just got a little signal. I said, all right. They were asking me for the go-ahead. I gave them the wink. Gave him a little nod. Go on, pull that trigger. Bam! Trying to be slick. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yahuwah Mashiach says, they will know me by the way you love one another. Y'all, ever since y'all been here with me, I'm straight down the line, straight shoot. Some people just don't like it at all. They want to have their ears tickled. Me, I'm just straight at it. Can't be disrespectful in here. And here's the deal. There's going to be time to time, if there's something going on, one of the elders or overseers or senior members of the community might reach out to you and say, hey, just want to get a little clarity. It might happen. You're disrespectful when they reach out to you, then you just like, I'm out. Because we're going to not deal with you no more. Why? Because you decided not to love. So you out. And we know it's only going to be a remnant of Yahuwah's people that make it. Only a remnant. It's going to be very few get in. Now, Sister Rush says, I honestly can't help it. I love y'all for real, to my heart and soul. Donna said, I like it this way. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I like it to where, man, you got to be on point. You can't be fake, or we're going to figure you out, and you're going to be on the outside. And that's funny, man. The dude popped up in here, and and look, was putting them O's in there. That always made, if you've been around Promote the Truth at all, and we see you typing out the spelling of the names and places. Everybody pay attention to what I'm going to say. If you've been around for a while, now if you're brand new, it's all good, man. We cool, but we're gonna educate you. Love you back, Lisa. Lisa Mo said, love y'all. Now we're gonna educate you. We're gonna say, hey, there's no O's, no V's, no E's, no W's in Hebrew when it comes to names or any of the words. But in English, we write all the words out because people wouldn't understand the heck what language it is. If we're saying the, and, every, day, that type of stuff, we'll write the stuff out like shoot or whatever. But when it comes to a name, a person's name, or the name of a city or country, we're going to put that in Hebrew where you can pronounce it. And we're not going to ever put an E, a V, a W, or an O in there. So when I saw somebody 2 or 3 times come up and put Zephaniyahu's name with O's, it caught my attention. And then I went, oh, that's the person that was talking trash the other day to Brother Daniel. When Brother Daniel was showing him some love, reaching out. That's the person that was trying to work one of the members in our community for money. Foul. And got caught slipping. If you're watching the replay, guess what? You got caught. Be humble. Go on about your way in peace. Go on about your way in peace. Because we're moving on. And I don't want to have to say a prayer to Yahuwah to deal with you, because he will deal with you if I say a certain prayer. Because I happen to be one of his emissaries that's been following him for almost 18 years before hardly anybody on earth was saying his name. I don't know why. I thought so many people knew about Yahuwah and was calling on Yahuwah. Nope. If you type Yahuwah's name into Google in May 2007, 0 results came up. You type it in now, thousands of results come up. Now, what's the deal? What happened? I'm going to tell you what happened. I'm going to read this 1043, and then I'm going to tell you why you know Yahuwah's name now. And it's a fact. It was already prophesied in Hazum, Revelation. It was going to happen. So to him, all the prophets bear witness that through his name, Yahuwah Mashiach, that everyone who believes in him will receive forgiveness of sins. All right. To him, all the prophets. Tsapaniyahu is one of all the prophets. So his name, Zephaniah, means the secret is Yahuwah, or the secrets are in Yahuwah. The secret is Yahuwah. The secrets are in Yahuwah. Everything we want to know that is a secret to us now is answered in Yahuwah. Everybody is going to recognize this. Now watch. Why you know the name of Yahuwah is in Hazum. That's Revelation chapter 3. I'm in the true scriptures, by the way. So Revelation chapter 3, verse 12 is going to tell us what's going on here. The one who overcomes, whoever can overcome, I will make them a pillar in the ahikal of my Yahuwah, and they will never leave it. See, if you finish to the end, now you're established forever. And I will write on them the name of my Yahuwah and the name of the city of my Yahuwah, the New Jerusalem, which comes down out of heaven from Yahuwah with my renewed name. Yahuwah is in the process of renewing his name. It's not that it was ever gone. It's that it was suppressed. So he's now renewing it. So in May 2007, hardly anybody on earth knew it. It's rare. Look, there's a few people on earth. And it's been in all these movies. Hollywood knew it. All these old-time scholars knew it. Those Pharisees, those who call themselves Yahudim, quote Jews, but they are not Yahudim. They're from the synagogue of Satan, the scripture says, because they suppress his name. They know it. It's been here in front of our face the whole time. But for some reason, we went all these years and didn't know it. Most of us decades. Some of us half a century. Some of us a quarter century. Me, I went over a quarter century, over 25 years. I didn't know it. But then I did know it. And once I knew it, I called on him. I repented. I called on him, and I got immersed in water, and I got immersed in his name. When I got immersed in water, that was a symbol that I was forgiven of my sins. When I got immersed into his name, I received power to be his witness. Now, I demonstrate the power that's available when you hear me talk. Because Yahuwah talks through me. And it's impossible for you to go back through all these videos for the last 5 years. And you're not going, man, Yahuwah is talking through this dude. Because I just wouldn't typically be doing this, y'all. I'm an ex-professional athlete. I'd be in that world. I'd be broadcasting now. I would have been retired, probably would have made the Hall of Fame, been retired, broadcasting, doing that stuff all the athletes do that have great careers. But I wanted to know the truth. I wanted to know why I was here. So all the prophets witness. So Tsapaniyahu, he gonna let us in on some more secrets of Yahuwah. Isn't that awesome? We're gonna get to know more of who Yahuwah is, what he's like. We're going to get on the inside and we're going to have to deal with him because he is not how most people think he is. Most people think Yahuwah is going to understand them not finding him. Most people are going to think, man, Yahuwah's going to understand. He's going to understand. Most people are going to think that Yahuwah is going to put up with your disobedience. No, he's not. I'm going to prove it. That's why he wanted me to read Zephaniah today. So I'm going to go to chapter 1. Now, this is translated from the True Scriptures. So there's no other translation in the world that hits it on the head like this. Sister Mo said, I prayed to Yahuwah for 2 months to show me who you were in him, and he confirmed who you are to me. It's awesome, sis. The real ones, real knows real. Can't fake it. Can't fake it. The word of Yahuwah came to Zephaniah, the prophet Zephaniah, the son of Cushi, the son of Gedaliah. There's another Yahu in there. The son of Amariyahu. There's another. The son of Hezekiah. No Hezekiah? There's another one. In the days of Yashiyahu. There's another one. The son of Amun. The king of Yahudah. Look at these Yahs and Yahu's in here. It's amazing. Now, so the word came to the prophet Zephaniah. Who gave him this word? Yahuwah. The word of Yahuwah came to him. He's a prophet. Now look what Yahuwah says. This is a quote because it's going to talk about coming from Yahuwah. I shall utterly destroy everything from the face of the earth, says Yahuwah. And what we're going to do with that? Yahuwah didn't tiptoe around anything here. He didn't tiptoe around nothing. Yahuwah came in on fire to get our attention, to tell us he's not playing. I shall utterly destroy everything from the face of the earth, says Yahuwah. I shall destroy both humans and animals. Has he ever done it before? Has he ever done it before? I shall destroy the birds of the skies and the fish in the sea. I shall make the wicked become a pile of ruins, and I shall eliminate humanity from the earth, says Yahuwah. Brother Daniel Libby, you better put that in the chat. You know what to put in the chat now. These true scriptures go out through the entire world, which is why you got to make a decision. Are you going to be part of this push for Yahuwah? When you go to TS Info, it's on the screen now, bottom left corner. When you go to tsinfo.org, you are now officially part of the push to help us deal with what Yahuwah is talking about here. Yahuwah is dealing with something. Now, what Brother Daniel put in the chat, I'm going to put it on the screen real quick. Brother Daniel Libby says the true scriptures is the most important work to be done and preached to the four corners of the earth, and then the end will come, and Yahuwah will burn it up. You think Brother Daniel Libby just had that come to him out of nowhere? You think he had that come out of nowhere? I didn't coach him to say that. None of y'all coached him to say it. When I was with him down in at Sukkot, he'd already been saying this before we met face to face. And I hugged him and I said, Yahuwah was speaking prophecy through you. Meaning he's confirming prophecy through you, brother. All right, so when you get in on it with us, see, everybody has to decide, am I going to get in on this? When you go to tsinfo.org and you contribute any amount, you're part of this push. You're part of dealing with Zephaniah chapter 1. Listen what he's going to do. He's telling us this is coming. But his name has to be renewed. And now we got to deal with all the precepts. He said, go forth and make disciples in all the nations, immersing them into the name. See, not three names, one name. The name of the Father, the name of the Son, the name of the set apart Spirit, they all three have the same exact name. It's Yahuwah. But the mother, Yahuwah the mother, has the same name. The air that we breathe is Yahuwah. Yahuwah is the air. See, most people say, you believe in the Trinity? I say, hell to the no. Yahuwah is unlimited. How can three get with unlimited? He's way more than three. He's unlimited. He permeates, he penetrates, he fills all the inner spaces of the entire universe. Nothing can escape his air because he is the air. Nothing. Yahuwah said, I shall destroy both humans and animals. I shall destroy the birds of the skies and the fish of the sea. I shall make the wicked become a pile of ruins. And I shall eliminate humanity from the earth, says Yahuwah. Humanity is not going to stay on this earth. We are going to be transformed. If you're not transformed, you will be destroyed. Period. Verse 4, I shall stretch out my hand against Yahudah. Guess what he's talking about? These Pharisees, Sadducees, Zadokim, Parashim, the real names. And against all the inhabitants of Jerusalem, I shall eliminate whatever is left of Baal. Lord, all you Lord worshipers, all you Lord worshipers. Yahuwah says, I'm going to eliminate whatever I don't destroy on the first sweep. I'm going to make sure I get it on the next sweep. I'm going to eliminate whatever is left over from Baal from this place. Now listen to what he says. As well as the names of the idolatrous priest. All these names. Jesus, Lord, God, Pope, all of them. Yahuwah says, I'm going to eliminate all of this nonsense. Allah, Buddha, Krishna, Zeus, Horus, gone. All of this nonsense is coming to an end, and it's going to happen soon, based upon the sign of the times. These are those that bow down and worship the stars and the heavenlies from the rooftops. All of you horoscope people. Yahuwah said he gonna kill you. What's your sign? My sign is Yahuwah. What's your sign? How does hollering out? Oh, I'm a Taurus. Oh, I'm a Leo. I'm a Cancer. I'm a Sagittarius. Man, you are this person here that Yahuwah said he's going to eliminate. Worshiping the stars. They try to swear by Yahuwah. They try to swear by Yahuwah and also swear by their king. Malachim at the same time. They want to swear by their king Malachim at the same time. I shall wipe them out, Yahuwah says. I shall wipe them out. They turned away from following Yahuwah. They do not seek for Yahuwah, nor seek for my help. Y'all hear Yahuwah talking? Hey, Kai. Y'all hear how Yahuwah talking? Lean up. I need one of my people come in here. Can you hit them 2 lights, please, baby? Thank you, sweetheart. Those 2 lights there. You the best. Love you. Doing mama stuff. Okay. That's some other good stuff, huh? Oh, that thing too. We getting close. We're going to have an announcement at 6 o'clock. Yeah. Lena said yes. All right, y'all going to love this announcement. Hey, Yahuwah just said they turned away. So that means that they know. Our ancestors knew about Yahuwah. But they turned away from following Yahuwah. And they don't seek for Yahuwah nor his help. 7, be quiet before the master Yahuwah. Woo! You know what that means? Humble yourself. Get that pompous, arrogant belief system out of here. That's why we're coming out with Talk to Me. That whole song. That whole song is about it. That whole song is about dealing with the real. I only want to know what's real. Don't y'all? Don't you want somebody to talk to you just to tell you what's real? I'm willing to have a conversation, but I don't want to deal with no nonsense. Yahuwah just said in verse 7 of Zephaniah, chapter 1, verse 7, be quiet before the master Yahuwah because the day of Yahuwah is near! Exclamation point. Yahuwah has prepared a sacrifice, and he has set up and he has set apart guests. So there's going to be somebody invited to the good stuff. And it shall come to pass on the day of Yahuwah's sacrifice that I shall punish the princes, all these haughty rulers, and the king's sons, and all those who are clothed in foreign clothes and customs. Pride. On that day I shall punish every idol worshiper. Man, if y'all don't get out of that idol worship for the brand new people out there that's got these crosses and going in these churches, like this is going to happen. You can't read Revelation and go, I'm a New Testament believer, and then ignore what Revelation was built on. Yahuwah and John is given visions as a reminder of what Yahuwah has already said in the Tanakh. Now it's getting confirmed in Revelation, but Yahuwah already said it. He said, on that day I shall punish every idol worshiper, especially those who fill their master's house with wealth taken by violence and deceit. Man, these governments are in situations because they got people that are participating in filling up their coffers by doing what? Violence, hurting people, and deceiving people. On that day, says Yahuwah, there shall be a loud cry that shall go up from the fish gate, wailing from the second quarter, and a loud crashing sound from the hills. Wail, that means cry crazily. All of you who live in the market district, know what he's saying? All of y'all living in these big cities, where all this business is going on, he said, you better get ready to cry. That's why you better have you a spot outside the city. I'm going to say it again. You better get you a spot outside the city. You want to go down in there? Go down in there. But you better get you a spot sometime or another, all of us, outside the city. Because Yahuwah said, there shall be a loud crashing sound from the hills and all who live in the market district, because all the merchants from Canaan who came from the merchants from Canaan who count money shall be cut off and eliminated. He just said, I'm on all these international bankers who've been swindling people for centuries. You're going to be cut off and eliminated. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search through Jerusalem with lamps. Look, yeah, look. Watch Yahuwah. Watch Yahuwah. He says, I'm going to search through Jerusalem with lamps, and I shall punish the people who are entrenched in their sins. He says, if you think you got away from me, I'm coming through with lamps to find everybody that's entrenched in their sins. Those that think to themselves, Yahuwah neither rewards good nor punishes evil. What are we going to do with this, fam? Their wealth shall be ruined, and their houses shall become desolate. They shall not live in the houses they built, nor shall they drink the wine from the vineyard that they planted. All this building up that people are doing without being in Yahuwah, Yahuwah said, I'm going to wipe it out. The great day of Yahuwah is near. It is approaching rapidly. People shall cry out bitterly on the day of Yahuwah, and warriors shall cry out in battle. That day shall be a day of wrath. Who teaches the truth about Yahuwah? We do. A day of trouble and distress, a day of devastation and desolation, a day of darkness and gloom, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of trumpet blast and battle cries. Judgment shall fall against the fortified cities and against the high corner towers. I shall bring great distress upon the people, and they shall stumble around like the blind, because they have sinned against Yahuwah. They have sinned. If you have not yet repented and called out to the one and only Yahuwah, you are standing in sinning against Yahuwah, and Yahuwah says, their blood shall be poured out on the dirt. Their flesh shall be scattered like manure. The real Yahuwah. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to save them on the day of Yahuwah's wrath. Yahuwah shall bring terrifying destruction on all who live on the earth who do not follow him. Ain't got that in your translation. Those that follow him, we're straight. We're straight. Whoever follows Yahuwah avoids all this warning that will become a reality. Now, if anybody ignores this, it's crazy. If you go outside and you look at the trees, you look at the birds, you look at how all nature operates, you got to say, this is set up meticulously. Who created this? And then you're going to understand that whoever created this spoke this into existence. And I can go find out about it in the scriptures, his creation. And I can also find out when he brings his correction. I can find out about his love. I can find out about his temperament. I can find out about his patience. I can find out all about Yahuwah in the scriptures. But if you got the wrong word, they're going to fool you. You got to get the true scriptures. You see, we spent a long time putting this together and don't have contradictions. And you can go to truescriptures.store. If you haven't been over there yet, I'm going to put it on the screen. I'm going to put it on the screen. You can go to truescriptures.store and you can get the Beret Hadash. This is the New Testament. And there's not one like it on earth. None. We already done tested before you got here. Me and the squad. There's a bunch of people been here. Drop it in the chat if you've been here over the last 6, 7, 8, 9 months and you saw before this came out. We started the project around November last year. It took 7 months of meticulous translating to get this done. Matthew to Revelation, Matatiyahu to Hazum. 7 months. It took countless hours of review. Multiple people hired outside professionals to scrape and scrub this thing to make sure this is tight work. Even the preface will trip you out. The preface in here is 11 pages. It will trip you out how we came to this conclusion. And you'll be left standing there going, yep, I get it. So go over to truescriptures.store and I get a case if I was you. I wouldn't get one or two. I get a case. I pre-buy my family that's going to come to their senses eventually. I say, I got your copy waiting here for me. Hand me $40-some, whatever, after you pay after the shipping. And this is all you got to do. Now, if you are in on this thing, Brother Larry, get over here, Brother Larry. They done sent you the link, they told me. Where's Brother Larry Moment at? Brother Larry Moment, get over here. They sent you the link. The team said they sent you the link in your email. Now watch. You got to get in and help support And if I were you, I would be a part of the True Scriptures campaign at TS Info. Let me get it tightened up here. tsinfo.org. I'd be in on that. It's on the screen. See? I get there and I would get package qualified. Now, look, Brother Robert Renson been there for 12 months and he's watched us. See, before all you new people got here, we would go through scripture after scripture. And if you go through all the lives, they're all sitting there evergreen. So if you go back to the Promote the Truth channel and just go click on lives, go back to the beginning and then just get your notepad out and just keep taking notes. If you can get through all those notes, all those videos taking notes, you're gonna be in probably less than 1% of the population in scriptural knowledge in the world. You'll be so set apart, you'll shock everybody around you. You'll shock everybody around you. Now I'm bringing Brother Larry in here, and we're gonna see what he's got to say about this thing. Brother Larry in the building. I just saw him on the video. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Let's get him live. There you are, Brother Larry. Come on in here. Where's your video? Where's your video? I see you there. Is your camera froze? Give me a thumbs up, Brother Larry, if you're back there. Yeah, his camera froze. I saw his camera froze. Let's get him back in here. Brother Larry, where you at, man? Where you at?
There you go. Shalom. Shalom.
How you feeling, Brother Larry?
I am humbled to be here in front of the high call of Yahuah's people. The true scripture just it's just strengthening.
Yeah, you got a bad connection. Come back in, Brother Larry. Come back in. You got a bad connection. Go get a hard, good line to be able to get in here. So I got to get Brother Larry to get a good connection to get back in here. Because I want y'all to hear from him. He got so much energy, so much passion for Yahuwah. So much energy and passion for Yahuwah. So much energy and passion. But look at all the people putting. I was here. Have many of y'all been here for like the last 10 months? Anybody think you've been here 10 months or more? Because that's where we're like scrubbing like crazy. And what we were doing, all the new folks and people watching the replay, new to the community, we were sitting there going, okay, doing what you do. You read scriptures and you go, that seems like a contradiction. And then all of a sudden you go, I don't feel right. And then you go in these churches, you go, and then these pastors are saying, well, some things left not up. Some things are not just meant to be known. I'm like, no, they don't say that in the scripture. Show me that passage. Some things are not meant to be known. But look at all the people that's been here 10 months or more in the chat. It's crazy. Isn't it crazy? Look at that. And what has happened is I would take from the Peshitta that was written in Aramaic, and we got the 4 books that were written in Hebrew, and I would go do the correct translation. Then I would, is what we would do. I do the correct translation, I have it set. Then we would ask everybody to take that scripture and that verse, and we would say, put that on the screen and put the name of the translation. Whether it be King James, NIV, Sefer, Hallelujah Scriptures, the Scriptures, Amplify, it didn't matter. We said, put it on the screen. And we would pick, and you can go see these in the lives. Especially if you see us go, the real this, the real chapter this, the real chapter this, you're going to get some nuggets out of that. So we put them on the screen. And then we would prove that they are Greek influenced, they are pagan influenced, and you will miss eternal life. Like these things are like eternal life attached. Translations that if you got it wrong, you're not going in. It's more than just the basics. I'm going to try Brother Larry again, see if he got a better connection. Brother Larry, we're going to try you again. Are you there?
I'm there, brother.
You keep freezing up. I don't know what's going on. All right, let's just try to see. All right. Is he freezing?
I'm still here. Yes, I'm still here.
I do the
Can you
best you
guys
can
hear me
do. What
fine?
you feel about the true scriptures? What's the best? Tell the new people what's happened with the true scriptures in your house, with you personally in your household.
True scriptures just healing who he was. Unless you understand that the Yahuwah Mashiach, first and foremost, he then starts to reveal the secrets to you. And he shows his power.
Man, Brother Larry froze. He was getting. Did y'all feel him coming with that heat? Brother Larry, we're going to catch you on another time, bro. You got to get to better line, and I can get you in here. But here, what I'm going to tell you what he said. He says, once you accept that Yahuwah, that Yahusha is Yahuwah, and he's the Mashiach, then he reveals the secrets to you. That's the whole point. At least we got that nugget out of Brother Larry. His camera was freezing up, but we got that out of him. Brother Joe, get over here. Brother Joe, get in here, Brother Joe. Get in here. You got the link. You see? Think about this. So, Brother Joe Carter, that's why I want him to come in here. It's important. He goes, I've been learning from Promote the Truth for over 3 years, but I've been down with this family since the beginning of the Beretta Dodge campaign. So he's seen it from the gate. But he said he's been learning from the videos. We've been putting these videos out for years. And that makes a big difference, don't it? Sister Ashley, can you get in here? Send an email to info@promotethetruth.com. Sister Ashley Spence, info@promotethetruth.com, the staff. I just felt in the spirit, Yahuwah wants to talk. Have you talked to the nation? Yeah. Think about the power. Just think about this power that's available. If we got the real scriptures, we're teaching. See, most of them churches, no, matter of fact, all of them churches, ain't nobody going up there going, turn your books to Zephaniah, Zachariahu, and we're gonna learn what the Creator is gonna do to all those that are disobedient to Him. Number one, they can't do it because they ain't got the name, so they disobedient off the gate. All right, we're gonna get Brother Joe in here. We're gonna talk about his experience. Thank you, Sister Cheryl Starch in the building. Cheryl Lynn, that great super. Y'all gonna get Brother Joe in here. Let's see what happens when Brother Joe comes over here.
That's my
Let's get
family.
Brother Joe in here. Brother Joe.
Shalom, buddy. Praise
Brother Joe, you said
Yahuwah.
3 years. You said 3 years you've been rocking with Promote the Truth. Tell everybody a little bit about your journey, because a lot of new people that watches what we're doing.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely, man. I remember I learned about TikTok actually. TikTok is something that I used more or less to kind of keep tabs on my oldest son because he had a little TikTok app, and I don't know. I thought TikTok was just one of them little apps where kids just post videos dancing and, sharing with their friends and things like that. But, I was actually able to find out that there's a lot of like real informative information on there. And one day I was just scrolling through it and I seen this woman. She just said, I don't know what you guys think about this, but you better stop praising that name, Jesus. His name is Yahuwah. And like, man, it caught my eye and I was just like, man, what's this really all about? Um, I bet you, I don't know. I was stuck on that name, Yahuwah and the Yahusha for about 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks, I feel. It's like almost 17 days. And I didn't say anything to anybody. I was just like kind of like working with some things within myself, like just like, is this real? Like, what's going on? And like, man, I remember my wife, she was on her knees saying her prayers and she would always pray in JC's name. And I remember I walked into the room and seeing her praying. And I said, baby, before you finish that prayer, do not say in Jesus' name.
So you cut her off?
I cut her off right in the middle of her
Go on
prayer.
with this story. This is good.
Yeah.
Tell us this story.
I said his name is not Jesus. His name is Yahusha, and his name comes from his father, Yahuwah. And like, man, she seemed like distorted, like in shock and in awe, and like,
Hold on,
man,
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Ebony was shook up for real.
man, she was tore up, man, because like she almost didn't know how to feel in the moment. She almost didn't know how to feel, like if she was like, if I was like completely disrespecting her and her prayer
Well,
in
like,
that
so
moment.
what did you say? Like, how? What did you approach it? Was it hard cut or was it soft? I mean, what was the approach?
I don't feel like I was soft by any means. I was like very straightforward and direct. I was like, don't end that prayer in Jesus' name. Do not do it.
That's funny, man.
And like, man, like, so, you know, kind of fast forward a little bit, like, you know, I feel like I knew about that name for at least 2 weeks before I even said anything to her. But then I told her, and then, man, I bet you it was like one thing after another. um I bet you it was inside of a week we saw a clip on TikTok about the name video, and that's what drew me to go look and watch that video on YouTube. And I bet you I've watched that video probably 10 or 12 times easy. And um, that's where it all started, man. We started watching a lot of your videos and your teachings. Ebony, she would actually get on some of the lives. She would just have her screen blacked out. You know, there was a few times where like I would get on there and sit there and listen. We wouldn't really show our face very much. You know, we were just kind of, you know, a little shy about it, I guess.
Stand in the background on the
I
down
mean,
low. Okay,
we
you were
I,
down low. You were creeping up on Yahoo, huh?
well, yeah, I mean, I've never done anything like this before, you know. So, like, man, as many of you guys know, like, man, I spent a considerable amount of time in prison. And when I came home, like, the whole social media thing, that's something I'd never even really heard of, never really partook in, and didn't know anything about it. And so, like, yeah, I was a little nervous, a little shy at times. And, you know, she was as well. But, like, yeah, we just kept watching your teachings. There was a few other things we would learn here and there online. But I mean, man, the once we found out that you were gonna retranslate all the scriptures, and we started like watching the telethons this time last year, like
Okay. What?
that,
So okay. So what happened?
we,
November 9th, 2023. We go live. We're gonna do a telethon. You're watching?
oh yeah, man, we were all in once that after that first telethon that you did last year. It was like this time last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were all in. Like, man, this is where it's at. This is where
Okay, but why were you all in?
um to be honest with you, man, I would just say that everything within Yahuwah just clicks.
Right.
Everything that you say, everything that you've been teaching us, been able to look it up for myself. That's something that I really appreciate and admire about you. You've said it since the beginning, man. Don't take my word for it. Go look it up yourself.
Oh, look at that.
And it's like, man, you've been lied to for so long about so much stuff. You know, to come in and hear some real truth, and then for you to back it up with receipts and then tell us to look it up ourselves type of deal. Like, man, it's it's the right place for us. I know that.
All right,
And,
now we had a big subject, and that video was about to come out where on one of the telethons I hit Yahuwah don't want no tattoos, and me and you about to do a special video on this because you're one of the most avid supporters, but we had to go deal in the scripture with how Yahuwah feels about tattoos. What was your conviction after hearing that? And how did it promote the truth in me being an emissary? How did that the presentation of the facts of Yahuwah, how did that set with you?
I mean, man, I can remember just during the very beginning part of it. Like, man, when you first brought it up, I'll be honest, man, I got nervous. Like, man, I man, if you seen all my tattoos, I got them all over my chest, my stomach, my back. I'm pretty tatted, and I was like, oh damn, I'm right. And but then, like, man, I had to like stop and think, like, man, hold on, let's see what Brother Jay's talking about. You know,
So when
because
I broke it down, I said the facts are the facts. Yahuwah does not wants you to have a tattoo on your body. Matter of fact, it's a sign of paganism, as a matter of fact. But if you didn't know any better, you're going to fall into the same exact category as when the Goyim, the Gentiles, were first learning about Yahuwah Mashiach, and they didn't understand anything about circumcision. And so when that issue came up, bam, all of the emissaries, starting with who? Kappa, that's who the rock is. So hold on now. What has to happen is they can't be burdened because they didn't know. Now, you can choose to get circumcised if you want, but don't eat any more pagan foods. Follow the commandments. They gave them the breakdown. It says if you don't want to get circumcised and you already didn't know, all right. From this point on, if you have a child, you get that child circumcised on the 8th day. So, but if you want to get circumcised, and guess what, Brother Joe? Many of them older men, like Abraham, right? Abraham was an older man when he got circumcised. They got circumcised, went through that pain for that few weeks, and they felt good in their conscience about it. What decision did you make when you found out that Yahuwah is against tattoos?
Well, man, just something I wanted to touch base on first, while you're with to kind of elaborate with what you're saying, man. Like, I've accepted Yahuwah into my heart, in this household, my family. It's Yahuwah over everything.
Yep.
Like, we don't play any games when it comes to his 10 commandments, to his feast days, to his dietary laws. We do our absolute best with that, and we're gonna make sure that we honor that. So that circumcision of my heart, I believe it's there. I don't have any doubt whatsoever with that. I do wanted to do something. I felt like there was something I wanted to do just to try and make things right with Yahuwah, because I actually got circumcised when I was a baby. So an actual like physical circumcision, part of that circumcision was for me to want to go get my tattoos removed. And hold on.
And this is a cool story, fam. Y'all got to check this out.
Hey, it's right here. This place called Laserall. So I started going already. I've already received 3 treatments. They run that laser over your tattoo, man, and it can take about a year for everything to get completely removed. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see here. This one right here is already starting to fade away.
Yeah. Oh, it's fading. That used to be way darker.
Of it, like right in here, like that line up there is completely gone already, but it's already starting to fade. What they do, they run a laser over it, and the laser pretty much breaks up the ink, and it's pretty much determined upon your immune system, where your body will flush that ink out. And so, like, yeah, I've already been for 3 treatments. I got a treatment lined up for the 13th, the 20th, and the 29th. I think it's the 29th, 13th, the 20th, and I think the 27th, actually. So it's actually the next 3 Fridays in a row, because they can only do, so much at a time.
Right.
Because they don't want it to just like completely just attack your whole immune system. So they do a little bit at a time, and then they only want to do like each tattoo, they only want to do it like once every 6 weeks to let it heal up completely. But they said it can take as many as 3 to 5 sessions, some as many as 10 sessions before it gets completely removed. Just depends on the age of the tattoo and the ink and all that was used.
You just brought up a great point, because if it involves the immune system and the detoxification, so that's going to be part of what we're teaching y'all in the virtual retreat, how to get your immune system like rocking. So you know what? We've actually, because I do, me and Sister Lena, we do big time manufacturing of products. We actually got a product that we're going to send to you. Just send me a message. That way you can take this product to like highly boost your immune system while you're getting them tattoos removed. And I want to see how that works. See, we're setting an example for the world. Me and Brother Joe, we talked about this because I told him, do what you want. I got your back because I see your heart. Your heart is contrite. And I knew that was refreshing that Yahuwah used me to be able to share that message with you on that point.
I do feel like, man, there is a contrite heart, and like, man, it's it's to me, I want to prove to Yahuwah. I mean, I believe that I've been forgiven. I believe that my heart has been circumcised. But there's a part of me that still wants to, prove to Yahuwah, hey, I'm serious about what I got going on here with you. I want to do away with all this junk from my past and the tattoos that I have, because especially to a lot of you guys are already familiar with me telling you in the past, but the nature of some of my tattoos, they are very pagan. Like it literally says Jesus is Lord across my stomach. Like I want that thing gone. I don't want it there no more.
So you're gonna get all your tattoos removed, all of them?
All of them. I'm getting them all removed. So yeah,
Woo! Hey, y'all send a shout out to Brother Joe, and
really,
we're gonna be tracking his story. So he's taking before and afters, right, Brother Joe?
yeah. I've taken. I did the before pictures, and I've actually recorded a few of the sessions, because it's kind of nice because like yeah, it's on the pain level. Imagine getting a tattoo times probably like 3 or 4, maybe even 5, depending on your pain tolerance.
Okay.
It's considerably more painful than getting the tattoo.
Right.
But the thing about it is it's usually pretty quick, so like this whole half a sleeve, they literally did it in like 2 minutes. They just run that laser up and down it. So I mean, man, it goes quick, but yeah, you feel that pain for sure. But like, yeah, I mean, I want that to be a sign of my physical, um I don't know, my physical sorry. um
That's a sacrifice you're making to
but
Yahuwah. That's an offering.
that's kind of what I was leaning on, is like
No, you're presenting your body as a living sacrifice. You're offering to Yahuwah. I made these mistakes. I want
man,
to sacrifice it back off.
I want to be able to have something that I could to show to Yahweh that I'm very serious about, not just my relationship with Him, but how I'm intended to live, how I'm intended to guide my family. What I could do is being a part of this family, just being able to be there for any and everybody. And even if just me going through with this can help one other person decide to do something similar, man, to me it's all worth it. So.
So people are asking about the pain level. Is what on a level 1 to 10 in pain? Where's the pain?
I mean, for me, I feel like my pain tolerance is pretty decent. Getting a tattoo, I'd say getting a tattoo on a scale from 1 to 10, for me, I'd say it was only about a 5.
Okay.
And the tattoos removed, we're up there at like 9 and 10 type.
So you feel it. You feel it.
You
And that's
feel it.
again, that's a personal decision. So just to reiterate, everybody out there that's got tattoos, Yahuwah don't like them. But if you found Yahuwah when you already had your tattoos and you got immersed into his name, you ain't got to do nothing. You good. I'm telling you, you're good. Because you're falling under the same category as those Goyim, Gentiles, who were not circumcised. Same situation. But if you want to do something, Brother Joe, he's the type of person in your city, more than likely, there's tattoo removal services. They do it by laser. And we would love to create a wave of momentum and make that statement. Brother Joe, yeah. So what's your motivation behind doing this outside of you want to please Yahweh? Do you want to have an impact on other people?
I feel like that's like, man, it's 50-50 with me. Like 50%
Wow.
is wanting to do right by Yahuwah. And if this is a symbol that I can do to share with him, to prove to him that I'm serious about my walk with him, absolutely. And that other 50%, man, I love people. I love this family. If there's anything I can do to even if something as simple as inspire somebody else to do something similar, like, man, I'm happy to do it.
All right. So to reiterate, because Brother Daniel made that point, if you got them, you can choose to get, but don't get another one. Not another one. Because now you know better and you're doing it against Yahuwah's will. He's going to throw you in that lake. There you go. So Theo said he's willing to rock with it. Get that pain or not, he's going to get it done. He's going to get it done. Now, Brother Joe, you know what we got to do, because earlier we was trying to get you in on your inspiration.
Yes, sir.
We put together talk to me, because this is real talk. This is all that Promote the Truth does. We do real talk. I wrote the words of this song, Talk to Me, because I want that. I want that. You know what I'm saying? I want just real talk. What about you, Brother Joe?
Man, I'm telling you, I want truth. Man, hate it or love it, at the end of the day, you can't do nothing but respect the truth, man. And whether you agree with it or not, Hey, that's your choice, I suppose. But yeah, I want the real, man. Bring me the real. Bring me the truth. Let me know what's really going on, man. Don't spare my feelings to try and tell me a lie just to spare my feelings. I don't care about all that,
I'm
man.
the same way, man. I'm like, look, if I got to deal with it, I got to deal with it.
Yes,
Why
absolutely.
you gonna pull the cover over your eyes and all of a sudden you wake up and you get hit with a bat? You know, like
Right.
here's the deal. So we're gonna give y'all the sample, and then Sister Ashley, get in here. Come on over here, Sister Ashley. Just wait in the waiting room. Just hit that link. The team told me they sent it to you, and so I'm going to play this because I want to do it in honor of Brother Joe because he inspired us to add the rap version to it. So we dropped the lyrics. I co-wrote these lyrics. I wrote the lyrics to the singing, and I co-wrote the rap.
Hey,
So
I shared this with Brother Jay earlier, man. Like I just really want him to know I want to thank him in front of you all as well. That thank him for uh, taking my idea into consideration and then actually even putting it into work right there, man. Because I thought this song would sound great with a nice little rap verse to it, and man, Brother Jay delivered, man.
but we're gonna see in front of everybody. Let's get a grade in front of the world, and all the people's gonna watch the replay. The rap portion of this song was inspired by Brother Joe Carden. He said that would be a great addition. And man, after we did it, we were like, this is setting this song off. So this is Talk to Me, a sample of this. Y'all turn your speakers up, and we're
All
gonna
right.
see what this thing is
Thank
bumping
you.
about. Here we go.
Oh,
Let's
If you can't back it up, then let it go. Cause only truth can help me grow. Yeah, 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 yeah. Talk to me, tell me what's true. Keep it honest and show me the real you. Talk to me, leave the games behind. If it's not real, don't cross my mind. Talk to me, I'm listening now, but only the truth is allowed. Talk to me, yeah, make it clear. Only what's real is welcome here. Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Shout out to Brother Joe.
I want you to talk to me.
New era. New mind state.
Hey, talk to me, no filter. You ain't gotta hold back. I heard so many lies in my lifetime. Lately I've been looking for the facts. Mentally is where I'm at. Fakeness I can never look past. Heard a voice deep inside, so I figured I should talk back. I'm on a new path and I'm better than ever. Feel like I finally got it together. It don't matter what people keep telling me, I'm ready for it. I handle the pressure, the journey has only begun. When I'm feeling, I know I'm not the only one. The work I do is never done. Got me hype and now I'm telling everyone. Let's keep it 1,000. People may look at me and say I'm wildin'. It's really nothing, cause I'm focused on building a greater connection. That's why I keep having discussions. Overwhelming, I feel the rush. Spiritually, I can't get enough. Self-doubt and negative talk, forget it. I gotta leave that in the dust. I'm in my right mind, I gotta let my light shine. I always stay humble, still I really feel like it's my time. This is what it's gonna be, love and light, positivity. It's something bigger, greater than I, so I'ma let them talk through me.
With shadows, I want the line. Say what you mean, don't fake it tonight. Yahuwah's my guide, so I'm standing tall. Only the real can answer the call. If it's real, I hear it loud.
Ooh, Brother Joe, Brother Joe, Brother Joe, Brother Joe.
hey, I tell you, that was like the perfect line right there, man. Only the real can answer the call, man. You guys hear his voice, man. Man, you gotta do your best to come answer that.
All right, so when you heard those bars or those lyrics, what stood out to you most about those bars now that you heard it, it's live and it's about to go live to the world?
Oh man, it's an amazing song, man. Just talking about just knowing the truth, man. Bring me the real, man. Like that's I don't know. We've talked about this in the past as well. Just everybody was just so fed up with the lies, man, being lied to about everything from that JC character to how you're supposed to be acting in church or what you should be doing, what church you should be going to. Like, man, that's a perfect song, man. That should be like the new anthem right there for bringing in some real.
Talk to me. Y'all put some fire emojis in the chat for Brother Joe. Fire emojis in the chat.
Hey, I love you
Brother
guys.
Joe came here with the real. We love your heart, man. We love
Yes.
it. Shout out to your awesome wife, your beautiful kids. Yahuwah.
YAHUAH!
Y'all already know what it is. We got Brother Joe in the building. Woo! Is that some blazing fire or what, fam? Think about that. Think about that. You know, I want to bring Sister Ashley in here on the backside of that because, you know, she's been inspirational. She's been a part of us getting these jams out. She was at Sakut. She was
Yeah.
watching a lot of new music being released down there. Sister Ashley, what are you thinking about the new jam? Talk to us.
I mean, I like all the new jams. It's like changing the game of music forever. And it's like stuff that I can play is clean. I can play it for my kids and they're good. They jam into it too. So we probably gonna see some videos just like we saw a little Ming up there rapping. So I know I'm gonna be posting some stuff too.
So you notice your kids are listening to it, they bobbing
Yep.
their head. Is that what's happening?
I like how when they can like rap the little songs, like my little son Josiah was rapping. He said, "Put on Rip." I said, "Huh?" He said, "Rest in peace to the old me." I said, "Go ahead then, go finish it up." And he get all bashful.
So what's Promote the Truth meant to you, your family, your awesome husband, the feast, your beautiful 2 boys? What's Promote the Truth been to you? How long you been rocking with Promote the Truth, calling on the name of Yahuwah? What did you find first?
First, I'm glad to be relieved to finally find the truth and a bunch of believers that believe in the same thing we do. And we're all encouraged and we all can believe in the name of Yahuwah and fellowship together. And I'm just glad to finally be relieved that I can go on a channel and find what I need to find and learn more, because not only I want to say we were starting back in July of 2023 was when we found the channel. And we've been on there for a while, just trying to figure everything out. But once we figured out, oh, we really need to keep these feast days and the Shabbat and the new moon days, it's like these are mandatory for Yahudim. Like we really need to be on top of this. So once we found all those things, we know we need to keep them all together. Hey, let's do it. Let's follow Yahuwah 100%. And now we're trying to get the clothes together, get everything situated. Because like when new things come up, we're just like, okay, now we need to stop doing this and do that. So when that comes into play, it's like we want to do about it 100%.
But you noticed when you call on Yahuwah, you feel how cool he is with you inside.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't feel like this condemnation. He's sitting there bringing the heat to the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't feel that on me. Do you?
No. Gentle.
What do you feel like inside with Yahuwah?
It's gentle. It's a still small voice. He's always bringing stuff to our attention and he's always loving, like he's caring for us. But to those that he loves, he's going to discipline you. So we're grateful for the beatings because we have gotten beatings for things.
He'll pull it out sometime. He'll whoop your tail sometime.
Right. But at the same time, we're all growing in Yahuwah and I'm just appreciating the process.
Just like my grandma, she tear you up going, why you make me do that?
That's how it is. I mean, it's all love though. Like we feel the love, we feel the pain through the love, but at the same time we embrace it all because that means he loves us. He truly loves us.
My grandma would be like, now make me do this and get me tore up. No, I love my baby. Make me have to do that. I don't think you had to do it. Yes, I did.
Right.
So you got any more? Okay, then what about the true scripture? So once the true scripture, you're one of the people that got your hands on it the first at the Sakut, right?
Right.
So I personally handed that to you. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What was the setting? Can you kind of describe the setting and how you got that handed to you?
Well, I mean, there was a beautiful, huge fire that was going on. You could really feel that ruah popping, and it was hot. But at the same time, everybody was embracing the truth in their hands for the first time. And you already know Nafis was about to take off in the sky. But it's like we were genuinely happy with having the truth. Like, even though this is just the first half, and we'll get the Tanakh soon, it's just like just having it in our hands for the very first time with no deceptions in it. That's amazing. Like it really changes everything. And like all the deceptions, everything's been torn down. We're starting to everything's starting to get revealed. And like the wool's been pulled over a lot of people's eyes. Like even when we're sharing this with family and friends, they're just like, oh, I didn't know it said that. But it's like the beauty of having the truth. So like wait till the Tanakh comes out. I know that's going to be fire.
Okay, so now you were here at the beginning when you launched the campaign for the Brit Dash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so talk to the new people that's going to watch this on replay too, that are here now, going to watch the replay. How many times would you see us grab a verse? And what would that do for you when we would tell everybody, go find every verse you can find, every translation, put it in the chat, and we will peel that thing apart in real time? What would that do for you? What'd you notice?
I mean, I noticed a lot of people being freed, for one thing. I know it definitely freed me from a lot of the lies that we were led to believe, being in churches and just learning from different people that we did look up to. And it's just like every time when you would tear stuff down, I'm like, that's good. Yep. that's good right there. Yep. But then it's just like other stuff that people are now seeing. It's just like, oh, we've really been lied to our whole lives. Like different translation. It's like they may have good intentions, but it was just mistranslated. And like, but because of that stuff's been mistranslated, it's been led to be deceitful. And what everybody's looking for now is like they want the truth. So like being hungry and thirsty for the truth, you're gonna find it here on this channel. 100%.
That's a fact. Ain't
Mhm.
on any other way. All right, last thing. How you feel about the PTT music platform? You like the speed we're going? You want us to slow it down? What do you want us to do?
Turn down for what? But I like where it's going. Like that's why it's like every single day I like look on Apple Music because that's where I download mine and I check to see if there's any new songs out. And then when you put out that last one yesterday, I was like, yes, another one. So it's just like the collection's getting stacked up, whether it's English, Spanish, or whatever other languages y'all might come out with. I'm happy to listen to all of them and learn new things and just literally sit in that spot and embrace Yahuwah. Like listen to the lyrics all the way through because they're telling a message. They're all of them.
Yeah, they're witnessing. They're in your soul. So when
Yep.
I'm writing or if I'm doing co-writing, and none of them go out without me stamping them.
Right.
Remember that one day you were like, Brother Jay, let's say that. I'm like, they came to me and said, I said, what did Ashley say?
I was playing, I was listening to it on my headphones, but I was like, wait a minute, let me play that back. I was like, nah,
Yeah,
I can't be saying that. But let me just make
yeah.
sure. Let me email, make
That's why
sure.
I'm glad we can ready to drop all the lyrics out to make sure everybody's got all the lyrics because they're so blazing. They're so off the hook.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna play a sample of "In My Soul," the one we just dropped yesterday, because we're going after a whole new genre. You got that. We got that Halsey,
Yeah.
that type of Taylor Swift type action going in that we're
Yeah.
gonna grab. So, any parting words for the family? What you got, Ash?
I love the PTT family. I look forward to meeting more of you soon, especially at the summer retreat that we look forward to. And I'm just grateful to be part of a family that's about Yahoo 100%. No lies, no deception, just straight truth. And
Hey,
all
y'all put
love.
some fire emojis in the chat. Fire emojis in the chat for Sister Ashley because she's a real one. She got a power family. We've met them personally. Her awesome husband, Nafis, them beautiful boys. And we're
Mhm.
watching them go to another level right before our eyes. They're growing up in the ways of Yahuwah. So y'all show Ashley some love. Put some fire emojis. Sis, we're going to catch you here soon. Much love to
Sounds
you.
good.
Bye-bye. Isn't that cool, y'all? Be able to see different people pop on. Isn't that like awesome? You see different people pop on. You never know. I want to talk to Denise Thompson. Denise Thompson on the next on the sixth, the sixth-ish. We're gonna probably start about 6:15 Eastern. Denise Thompson, where you at? Send an email to info@promotethetruth.com. Info@promotethetruth.com. Brother Draymond, you supposed to get in here. Brother Draymond was supposed to be on the last one. Brother Draymond, send an email, info@promotethetruth.com. Info@promotethetruth.com. The staff will send you the link to get up in here. Hey, speaking of, who understands the assignment? Today we're doing what's called a telethon. And y'all hear me, I'm going all day, just pounding, bringing the truth of Yahuwah. We're going to cover another powerhouse Tanakh chapter at the 6:15-ish restart, the last of the campaign where we finish up Operation Focus 3. We did Focus 1, Focus 2. Now we got to finish up strong. That's the one thing we do in Yahuwah. We finish strong. Everybody participates. We all come in and we go, look, Yahuwah, we bringing our best. We think first fruits, and then we expect Yahuwah to do what he said. He said, I'm going to open up. I'm going to pour you out so much favor, you ain't got room enough to receive it. Who's going to get into that? Who's going to get into that flow with Yahuwah? And you're sowing in fertile ground here and promote the truth. We get after it over here every day. You ain't got to work every day. We got an awesome, awesome, awesome new social media manager coming on. Is going to be posting, rocking our Facebook and our Instagram. We're going to build those up big into the tens and then hundreds of thousands with some awesome quotes. She's been in there working the true scriptures and grabbing out cool quotes and doing beautiful pictures behind it that you guys are going to be able to use and post all over the place. It's going to grab people's attention. But we got this awesome virtual retreat that's coming up in the summer. And today's the last day. to get Emerald package qualified. Just real quick. I'm going to zip over, show you the packages real quick so nobody can say, I didn't know, I didn't understand, I didn't get it. So we've got a campaign going on. It's called the Tanakh Translation and British Expansion Campaign. And I'm going to skip through some of these. I covered them on the first one. You can go back and watch the replay. The bottom line, we're translating the Tanakh now. And we're expanding the British. That's the New Testament. The Tanakh is the Old Testament. So this phase 2 is going to run through December the 31st. And that's important because you can get your name on a t-shirt. So over at tsinfo.org, which we've got on the screen here, you go over, and the biggest part of this is when you get Opal package qualified. That's at $300 of support. You're not buying anything. You're supporting. And because you support, our team has put together some benefits to send back to you. And the number one is, like, this is the Brit Hadash hardcover. It's one of less than 400 in the world. There will never be any more than 400 of these in the world. So it's got a collector's item to it, value, because you're not going, it's stamped. So when you get to Opal package qualified, you're going to get a professionally stamped hardcover of the Tanakh, right? That's the Old Testament, and it's on. So that's going to be a stamped copy of the Tanakh, and you're going to get a special PTT True Scriptures 10 Commandments canvas that you can hang up in your house. Beautiful. You're going to get your name on a special long sleeve t-shirt. Now, this is with all the package supporters on there. Now, kind of give you the t-shirts, matter of fact, I'm not going to go off and come on, but the t-shirts are awesome to be able to be a witness. You shall be my witness. And so all these names go on the t-shirts. I can't tell you how many times when I wear mine and people go, well, what's all them names on the back? And we say, these are all the people that believed in getting the accurate word, the most authentic word of Yahuwah in the world. Well, you're going to get your name on that shirt. You're going to get a digital certificate of appreciation, personalized with your name. You're going to get free access to the True Scriptures digital collection platform. That's about a $200 value. It's going to be more than that when it's all said and done. But we're going to load a new one on there within the next week. We're going to have a new one on there, new books going on that digital scriptures platform. But right now, you got awesome books on there. You got the whole chapter of Genesis. There's 50 chapters on there right now that's been translated in with the True Scriptures, so you can find out the truth. So that's $300, and then you guys will give you an idea of the marketing, the swag here, the branding. Topaz Pack. This gets you in on both of the virtual retreats. You get the beautiful designed PTT Yahuwah exclusive blanket. You get the Yahuwah sports bottle, the PTT Yahuwah sports bottle. You're going to get 5 additional books access. You're going to get access to both virtual retreats, the one coming up at the end of December and the one in March. You don't want to miss those. It's about $400 value. You're going to get that for free. Now, the big one here today, why I had to come on here, because today's the last day to submit the first right of opportunity for our limited space PTT in-person gathering that we're having in beautiful Colombia. Now, Cartagena, Colombia is a gorgeous place, but we're not going to just have it there. We got an island. It's in a private location where we're going to have, I think it's 3 days, 4 days, 3 nights, something like that. And we're going to be together. We're going to have the film crews out there. It's going to be incredible food. We're going to have different things that we're doing. We're going to be right there on the beach. I'm talking about just right there. You're on the beach. You're right there on it. So you get to submit if your Emerald Pack is qualified to be eligible to come. All you got to do is get here, pay for your accommodations. We handle all your food and your transportation when you get here. So we transport you to the resort, and all your meals that you're going to need for that day, your breakfast, your lunch, your dinner, is covered by Promote the Truth. You just got to get here, okay? And get your location. Now, by Sunday, heads up, everybody's going to get their disclaimer. So once you get qualified, Emerald Pack is qualified, you have to send an email to info@promotethetruth.com and say, I want to reserve for the retreat. Put my name on the list. Everybody's going to get an email, or going to get it's actually going to be a DocuSign that you have to sign a disclaimer, right? And you sign a disclaimer, then we send you back your invoice for your charges of paying for your room, and you're locked in. All right. So you're gonna get that. You're gonna have your luxury duffel bag and your sippy cup. And I'm gonna show you the promotional video as we wrap this up. I'm going to show you the promotional video. But I want you to know today's the last day that you can submit. We're not going to receive anybody else after today, which is November the 28th. So if you're watching the recording, that opportunity is gone. You're going to see something else that's replaced it on there. But as far as the in-person coming hanging out with us, can't do that after November the 28th. Sapphire package. Why do you want to get the Sapphire package? If you didn't get this one here, if you didn't get the Beret Hadash professionally stamped, this is your chance to get in on the Tanakh, get the Beret Hadash, the new colored cover, hard cover, and you're going to get the combined. So it's going to be the Tanakh, the Beret Hadash, all in one book. You're going to get the combined. All of those are going to be professionally stamped, limited editions, will never be printed out for the world again, ever. All right, you also going to get the beautiful PTT Yahuwah beach towel, PTT Yahuwah Bluetooth speaker, get a feature in a documentary, all that good stuff. And then we got some people go purple diamond. These are more like your tithers, people that do offerings. They do all those things where they just want to keep sowing into the kingdom. They do first fruits. We give you 3 sets of the hardcovers. So you're going to have a total of 9 different hardcover books. That's going to be priceless, in my opinion. And then you get all kind of different additional powerhouse swag. We throw a bunch of all the different swag in there. And you pick up the hat, you pick up the polo shirts, all those things as well. Longer version that you get to share in the documentary. Now, you can accumulate your way there. Pay attention. Because the whole campaign is going to be over sometime in the spring 2025. We're doing another cutoff for the second T-shirt on December the 31st, 2024. So you can accumulate. There's some people that do 10, 20 different contributions. They go to tsinfo.org. You get a free donor box, .org account to where you can track all your contributions yourself. You ain't even got to ask us. So everybody's asking us. Really, you can just go log in, go back to your email where you first did your contribution, and look in your email for donor box. And then just go register with the email that you first gave the contribution to. And then you can set up your password, log in, and watch for any contributions you've done from July the 1st up until now. They all accumulate. Anything before July the 1st that went to the old campaign, they don't accumulate in the new campaign. So you do a little bit today, a little bit next week, and then you accumulate your way there. We take over at tsinfo.org, credit card, debit card, PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, crypto, stocks, Cash App, Venmo, Zelle's available if you send an email to info@promotethetruth.com. We got people to do all of those. So all of those, people love to be able to have those options available. Now, what I want to show you now is I want to show you the video of the resort we're going to be at. Then we'll close up this session and get ready for the next session. But I want for all the new people who have not seen where we're going to be at the retreat, here goes a little 3-minute video. Turn your speakers up. Enjoy. This is where we are. Hey, that's where we're going to be. Summer 2000, I think it's the end of June, beginning of July. We're going to be there. Have the film crew out there. We're going to have a blast. We're going to have the DJ there. We're going to celebrate. Now, if y'all don't understand, Yahuwah is not like you think he is. All you stuck up, religious, haughty, fake religious people, you don't understand Yahuwah. Yahuwah loves music. He loves the jam, but you got to do it within his confines, and you can have a blast. Ask everybody went to Tanakh. We was turned up at Tanakh, having a great time. We was having a great time, and we do it the right way, and it's clean, but it's fun. You're going to feel great. And so I love having y'all here for this session. We'll be back here about 6:15, 6:20. We're going to crank up the last session. Listen, if you haven't done so, go over and make sure you go to tsinfo.org, and you participate. I'll be doing the roll call. We got a big goal today because we have the audio book being done. Not only do we have the audio book being done, this is important. We've got the app being done, and we're getting ready to, once the True Scriptures app is done, then we're going to turn around and do the calendar app. And everybody needs this. And we're doing massive marketing, so we need your help. If you want to help, for all of those that know what's going on, and you understand the call of Yahuwah, and you understand how to build the kingdom with us, do that Malakut de Yahuwah Ananim business. Y'all know what to do. Get in here and build with us. I'll see y'all back here soon. Love you with all I got. You know Yahuwah.